What's up, guys? How you all doing? So I've had a very productive day today. I've got a lot done. I've had a few arguments, well not arguments, but I've had a few discussions and debates with a certain company over certain things that's been quite difficult for me. I feel like sometimes you feel like someone's trying to take advantage of you, and that's not a particularly good feeling. So I'll sort that out in my own way, but not to put a downer on this. Not very early this morning, but sort of before the working day, I went to meet my dad at a car garage because he's looking at getting a new vehicle. So he had an accident about 3 years ago, a motorbike accident. We both ride motorbikes, or used to anyway. He had a motorbike accident, completely not his fault. And it was very bad. Had lots of operations, barely saved his leg, and sort of a few years on, he's looking to have a vehicle that's going to give him some excitement again, basically. So he's not allowed a motorbike. The family has stipulated that, but he started looking at the new Harley Davidson trike. So if you wanted a trike, historically what you would have to do is buy a motorbike and then have someone convert it for you. But Harley Davidson have brought out their own trike and it looks extremely nice. So we're going for a test drive of that on Saturday up in London. But I don't really want him to have another vehicle where you're so exposed to the outside world. Yes, it's got 3 wheels, but the issue is not falling off your motorbike, it's someone else knocking you off. And that's what happened to him. So a trike doesn't really protect you that much more than a motorbike would. So it was my idea. I said to him, well, what about a Caterham 7 or a Morgan or something like that? Something that's got, you know, a very strong English calibre and history and great racing pedigree. And he was like, okay, well, you know, we'll try out the Morgan. He wasn't interested in the Caterham 7, but he said we'll try out the Morgan. Now, Morgans are very classic cars. They've been around for a long time and have basically not changed very much in that time. They're hand-built in England. So, you know, being at his age, can kind of appreciate that kind of engineering and history and whatnot. So, first thing this morning, we went to test drive one of those. Now, they come in all different sort of models, if you like, not to look at, but in terms of engine size. So we drove a couple of different engine sizes, and because they are hand-built and they're very simple cars, they've got, you know, no electronics or anything like that. It's just literally an engine, a chassis, and you, the person driving it. They're very light, very low to the ground, and therefore very well performing. So it is literally like driving a go-kart. So we tested those out, and that was a lot of fun. I put a picture up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So probably some of you will have seen the picture of that this morning. And he's kind of now got to make his mind up between the trike and the Morgan. So we'll go and test out the trike on Saturday, and then obviously he'll make his mind up as to which one he wants to go for, if he wants to go for any at all. So that was kind of that, and that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. And then been working the rest of the day. Been having a little bit of an issue with a certain company. Sometimes people try and take advantage of you, or you feel like they're trying to take advantage of you, and it takes a certain way to kind of resolve it. Sometimes in your mind you've got to kind of make the decision, you know, would you be better to just sort of cut ties and potentially lose out a little bit, or, you know, and keep your sort of morals and don't be taken advantage of, or do you sort of give a little and get a little bit back and, you know, sort of have that feeling hanging over you, but, you know, maybe earn out of it. It's a difficult situation, but anyway, that's a whole different subject. Been doing a whole load of other work as well today with setting up my own solutions to do with some of the new Citrix products here as well. And I also popped out to the shop to this place, I think it's called Cook, and basically they have like pre-made meals. It's very expensive, very expensive, but well, not very expensive, but it's like twice the price that you'd pay for it in a supermarket, a ready-made meal in a supermarket. It's quite expensive, but they're very nice, very nutritious. And I said to Jade that I would cook for her tonight, and I said that I would make it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a huge mess in the kitchen, and then I'm going to get one of these ready-made meals out. But because it's not like ready-made from Sainsbury's, it does actually look like it's handmade. So I'm going to quite easily get away with pretending that it is mine. Now, obviously, at some stage, I'm going to get caught out for trying to trick her. She will look through the bin and realise there's no wrappers or something like that. But it's going to be mildly entertaining for me to try and just test her for a little while. So I will be cooking tonight. I won't be making anything tonight. I will be going oven 30, boom, 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 20 minutes done, whatever, however it works out. And that'll be it, cooked. So that is that. And then last but not least, just to kind of finish up on my own car situation, I'm going to spend the next X weeks or months, I don't know, I'm not in any particular rush, looking for a car. And then I'll come back to you when I get maybe closer to making my final decision. One thing I didn't actually cover, I had to put it as an annotation, was the Tesla. I don't want an electric car. I mean, I have to charge enough phones and laptops and stuff like that without having to worry about charging a car as well. There's not enough power points around the country and around Europe, in fact, for when you do go driving. And if I go on a long journey, I don't want to have to stop overnight just to charge my car up. And also, I want a real engine with petrol that takes fuel, that makes a lot of noise. I don't want an electric motor. And I don't think the Tesla looks very nice either. The only good thing about the Tesla, in my opinion, is the big screen in the dashboard. That's it. So that's that. The GTR is still on the horizon. The R8, the Panamera, the BMW 6 Series. They're probably the main ones, and maybe a X6 or a Range Rover. They're probably the main ones that I'm kind of looking at the moment. And someone actually gave me a great tip yesterday. The English car company MG, who were absolutely crap for a long time and went out of business, have recently come back, and they've created a really nice small car. I think it's called an MG3 at a very, very good price point, and it looks extremely nice. So that is a potential for Jade. So we're going to take a look at one of those maybe over the next sort of month or so. But as I draw closer to a decision, I will come back to you guys, and I will bring you a full review of whatever car I'm going to get. Also, sorry, last thing, I know we're up to 7 minutes. A couple of car companies have been in contact with me, reviewing their cars. So it is quite possible, if I can come up to an agreement with the right people for the right sort of negotiations, that I will be reviewing cars in the not too distant future. So BMW and Audi were the first ones to sort of that I've spoken to. I've got a couple of meetings set up first before it all sort of kicks off. But it may well be a situation where over on the main channel, or even here, I'm going to start reviewing a whole bunch of cars. We'll have to wait and see. But it is very likely. I'm saying it's probably around the 65 to 70% possibility right now. In fact, likelihood on that side of the scale. So that is it, guys. 8 minutes. We are going to cut it out right here. Thank you very much for watching. Have yourselves an absolutely awesome evening, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.